Sky is the limit. You'd like your new name,
I'm taking that new name, man. It's mine.
It's very Santa Cruz, by
Is
the
it?
way.
Sky.
Yeah.
It's up
My
there.
son's name is
Of course,
Ocean.
here it would
That's
be
gonna
called
devastating.
Morning Fog.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that.
I like it. All right, well, I'm supposed to start.
Okay.
My background in comedy. Well, aside from coming from a completely hilarious family, officially my background in comedy, I guess, comes from the Second City Training Center in Chicago.
Booyah.
Booyah. Okay. And
The
yeah,
director
doors
left.
have been closing in front of me ever since. And I loved going to Second City Training Center because it really, to me, the essence of comedy is truth and honesty. And when you're doing improv, that's really the basis of it. It's a great way to just really get familiar with how people really talk and how people really express truth. That's my story. Sticking to it.
Stick it to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll be here all 25 more minutes.
Oh, my name? I was born. Is this on?
Use your stage voice.
I was born Richard Robert Stockton in Bakersfield, California. My mama called me Dickie Bob. I was a feral child raised by Republicans. And then I came to Santa Cruz and my spirit healed. But is this? Are you hearing me all right? All right, and I went by the name Dickie Bob for some time, and then I was hired to perform on a show on BET. That's a black entertainment television, not allowed in Santa Cruz County. We have the most diverse population of white people on earth here.
White.
But
White?
white,
White.
white
Oh,
people.
whip.
Yes, and
Or miracle whip.
anyway, so I was on BET, and we were basically these people in the green room were burning some kind of cigarette, and some of that got into my lungs, and I started telling them about my past, that I was Dickie Bob, and the brothers and sisters gave me my hip hop name, Sticky Icky Dickie Bob. Yeah, I'm a D-I-C-K-I-E-B-O-B. Sticky Icky Dickie Bob, the banjo MC. You never really kick it and tell. You weeble wobble with the banjo tricky picky. Sticky Icky Dickie Bobble.
Are we supposed to be
Peace
doing
out.
routines? I wasn't warned.
Too late.
I
Had
one
your
if I had
chance.
one. I don't-
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right. Hi, my name is Scott. I'm a filmmaker, and I sort of specialize in humor on film, I guess you'd put it. I got my first laugh when I was 2.5 years old. They asked me to play the baby Jesus in the manger scene, and at 2.5, I didn't think it was cool to be a baby, so I said, no way, I'm not going to take that role. And they go, all right, you can be a puppy if you lie still in the manger scene for the whole play, which I did. But of course, when the wise men came, I started barking at the top of my lungs, and it was my first laugh.
2.5.
2.5, yeah. Yeah! I was a method actor back then.
Yeah.
And so I was hooked ever since. And I'm just glad to be here with these people that I don't know at all and have never met before.
Never met the man. I don't remember his name. Sky?
Sky, I like Sky. I'm going with Sky.
Sky.
Masters.
Sky Masters. Yeah. My name's DNA.
You're in the clean plate.
How'd that happen?
I already ate.
Making it.
I'm done. We'll see you guys later. I do stand-up comedy. I perform all over the country. I'm performing in New York next week, LA in November. I just performed in Golden Gate Park for Comedy Day, one of the longest-running festivals in California, and I also sit on the board of directors there, and we're looking for funders. And I run a room in Santa Cruz, the Blue Lagoon. It's every Thursday night. We've been doing it for 4.5 years. I have 15 comics a week. I have 60 comics a month. It's free. It's at 8:30. It's fun. I guarantee everybody mediocrity with flashes of brilliance, and there's a chance to win a VHS cassette you'll never look at. So that's all positive salesmanship. And I also stage manage for Mr. Stockton's very successful Planet Cruise show. But enough about me. What about you?
It's not about me.
Well, I can tell you about Kirby Scudder.
No, this is off topic. My show.
God, he's bossy.
Was I?
So,
Jeez.
because some of this was popular discussions with
They're in Santa Cruz. We have certain things like we have the Crow's Nest, which is every Sunday. That's been going for over 30 years. Before the Crow's Nest, it was the Albatross. It's one of the longest running weekly rooms in California, and started by John Fox, who started comedy competitions. The first cable TV stand-up show on Showtime was a John Fox presentation. So we might be like on the outer spoke of comedy, of Bay Area comedy, but in some ways we're our own hub, and there are other weekly shows trying to get going, but I'm by far the most successful and will crush all the competition. So that might be one of the reasons my soprano kind of, New Jersey comes through. Hey, you got a room? Not for long.
The Blue Lagoon, right?
Blue Lagoon.
The Blue Lagoon. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. It's hard to buy a venue into a venue like that.
Yeah, we say when you come to the Blue Lagoon, remember, don't touch anything.
Right. Just boil yourself afterwards. Just
Well, I'm going to jump in and be a naysayer.
Go ahead,
Not-
naysayer.
Nay. Well, I don't think of Santa Cruz as a funny town. I've lived in LA, lived in Chicago, and Santa Cruz is a wonderful town and has a lot of wonderful things about it, but I don't immediately think of humor. And I think there are maybe certain things about Santa Cruz that chip away at a real hard-biting, humorous culture. And one of those is the homogenous influenza. No,
Influenza?
yeah.
milk. Hot Mudge's is milk. No.
Yeah, no, and it is very milky here.
It is.
And it's a very, we love the idea of diversity, but I don't think we really have that much diversity here culturally.
If we had
Yeah.
more diversity, it'd be funnier.
Yeah, because I think humor comes in so many different flavors. We tend to have like one or two here,
One or two what?
flavors of cultural backgrounds.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh
No, we
yeah, I
don't
guess.
have- like, we don't have Little Italy or Little Poland or,
No. I have my own at La Bahia.
There's little
at
DNA.
Little Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that La Bahia?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
La Bahia. La Bahia is Hebrew for dirty, crooked hooker.
Yeah.
That's how the hallways smell.
That's pretty good. No, I don't know.
We've
Santa
had
Cruz is a nice place to. It's a kind of a chillaxed kind of town, and
we've had some. I'm coming from a stand-up comedy perspective of comedy in town. We've had people come through UCSC, like students that graduated. They're doing really, really well right now. Like Tim Lee tours the world with his sketch festival, science comedy thing. Grant
You got
Lyon.
to turn me on to that. No, Grant, I know.
Grant, his film Interview Date just is winning awards at festivals. Emily Heller, another UCSC grad, she works with the new FX TV show, Totally Biased. And there's others that I can't mention because I don't want to be associated with
You don't
Santa
want to
Cruz.
support those people
No,
because
they
you
don't
don't
want
like 'em.
They don't want people to know that I come from Santa Cruz.
hate
yeah,
it.
and why? Because it's not considered a funny town.
Oh, I know. I think it's because they work here, and they don't want people they work with to know that they do stand-up at night. It's a dirty profession.
Yeah.
You're in bars and trying to get people to laugh. How humiliating.
So you think stand-up is a dirty profession?
Well, you're in bars late at night. Everyone's inebriated. You're doing your best just to get people to chuckle and to laugh, and it's desperate. It's very.
His email extension used to be shocking.com. That tells you where his comedy is. He's
Yeah.
very, very funny, and he
Right.
will shock you. Maybe even more than Kirby Scudder.
I mean, I lived in LA for a long, long time, and then I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico for 3 or 4 years. And yeah, comedy has always been a mystery to me. It's my favorite thing on the whole planet. There's nothing I love more than to belly laugh out loud. I mean, seriously, it's like it's almost like a meditative state, or like it just transforms your whole being. Some people say it's kind of like this humorous enlightenment. I mean, for just a moment, you forget about everything, your body relaxes, and I just adore it. I find Santa Cruz really funny. I find it hysterical, and I'm the new guy. I've just been here a few months, but I'm also madly in love with the city. I think it's adorable. I love the culture. I love the people. I mean, they're so bright and open and interesting.
Don't point at me when you say people.
I can't wait to start shooting movies here. I've made movies for 20 years, but I can't wait to start making one here because I just love everything about this place.
Yes.
Not funny yet, but I love everything about it. Yeah.
And he's even changed his name just this moment from,
That's right,
from
yeah.
Scott to Sky.
That's right, Sky.
Okay,
More
so
fitting.
Santa Cruz.
So Sky.
This is the funniest town on the planet. In fact, we've got a show called the Planet Cruise Comedy Hour. I don't know what you saw. Yes.
Planet Cruise.
24 packed out shows at the Colombo. We're moving to the Rio. But it's the reason this is so funny. Everything about even the names of the streets, even the names of everything. Ocean Street doesn't go to the ocean.
No, it's a joke.
Yes. Ocean Street doesn't go to the ocean. Water Street doesn't go near water. We've got
Beach Street.
Beach Street.
It's on the beach though.
It is on the beach.
And High Street.
He's getting the correct because he in High Street. What do we do in High Street?
It's where the university is.
That's where we get high. And you know, and those kids up there, we worry about them. The worst thing about smoking too much pot, what is that? You run out. You know, and that all happens on High Street. So the whole thing, people, no one who ever owns a yacht
Kim slitting her throat.
has ever set foot in Brady's Yacht Club, is what I'm saying. The
Richard, you
jury
dropped
room,
something.
the jury room, all the
Really leans
clientele
forward.
there
In the middle.
look like defendants. Come on. Amazing. All these musicians in town, it's known for the musicians, the greatest musicians everywhere live here. The one guy who's employed here wears a spandex leotard, stands on a box and plays an accordion. This town is the funniest town alive, and that's what this show is about. This is about how funny this town is. November 17th, and even better, the stage manager, and he's on the show a lot. This guy's really funny.
You know who you have
You don't
on.
ever see this guy.
You know who you have on your show that's really good is Kellen Erskine.
Ah,
And I toured with Kellen recently. He's brilliant. He was on America's Got Talent this year.
He is brilliant.
He made it through the first couple of rounds. You know what's great, and you know this kind of goes.
it's a very Stephen Wright kind of. You wrote that, Stephen Wright, Mitch Hedberg. Did you write that
I don't
review
think
about
I
it? You
did.
didn't write
No.
that. No, screw those guys. But
Yeah, he's observational. He's
He is.
absurd. He's clean, which is unusual in comedy a lot of
and he's
times.
very attractive.
Looks good, though.
He's clean and attractive.
Yeah, he's actually he's cleanly.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough doing
What's it like
comedy.
being stage manager for this crazy? Because it's like vaudeville.
All right,
Planet Cruise like vaudeville. There's a lot
Is
of
it
acts.
really? Are
and
there
you
like
have to
variety
deal with
acts?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
I stage manage. I like to make sure
Stop.
things run on time.
Thank you.
I love stage managing. Working with Richard is kind of like working with Peter O'Toole, a guy who's kind of a little bit past his prime, doesn't remember his lines. I like to put the rouge on right before he goes on stage.
Yeah, I do
help
that.
Help him up those 2 steps, and he's ready to go.
Because it's my age. It's my age. Well, because I am. How old are you? I'm 63. I am 63 years old. I've been an entertainer all my life.
Tim's 20.
But I have the resume of a man in his 20s.
I do bring comedy. Funny, strange.
Sounded just strange.
Funny, definitely funny, strange.
Planet Cruise, November 17th at the Rio, that smoking cool theater over there. That's a great.
You got one of the brothers.